This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Little John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Finger Lakes East girls high school basketball, where tonight it's a battle of 2 of the top teams in the league as the Bloomfield Bombers set to host the Waterloo Tigers tonight in a battle of 2 and 3 in both the league standings and the power rankings here on Finger Lakes 1. Happy Friday. Welcome in again, everybody. Paul Russo next to me, as always, Nate Sharman for these games. And Nate, this is one of those games that, and maybe initially at the beginning of the year, we didn't necessarily have circled, but after the first couple weeks, it's like, okay, here we go. We got something to really look forward to here. Both these teams trying to fight their way to get back to the top of the Finger Lakes East standings, currently held on by undefeated Newark. Right behind them, as mentioned, it's Bloomfield and it's Waterloo right in back-to-back succession. And you can't ask for a better matchup in a mid-January setting quite like this.
Yeah, you definitely cannot ask for a better matchup, right? 2 versus 3. First off, Paul, you mentioned here on a chilly January night, it's pretty nice to be in the warm confines of the Bloomfield Bomber barn, right? To watching this high school basketball game rather than being outside in those single-digit temperatures. But here we are, another high school basketball on a Friday night. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? Said the great Marv Levy.
Exactly. Shout out, yeah. I'm not going to evolve into our Bills Weekly podcast here.
Oh man,
moment,
if you've listened to me call a game, you know I'm usually going to bring up the Bills, and I'm sure I will. And it's been a tumultuous past 7 to 10 days in Buffalo Bills land.
Yeah, so we'll keep focus here on the action at hand between these two squads. Both these teams kind of coming in on similar paths at the moment overall. Bloomfield coming in with a 7-2 record. Waterloo with a 7-4 record. Nate, let's start on the Bloomfield side of things here. This is a team that won the sectional title last year for Class C1, lost in the state qualifier, the crossover in C2 to Keshequa. However, not much has changed too much in the grand scheme of things here for head coach Julie Kimball's squad, as they just have continued their tour to kind of rip through the Finger Lakes East here. We've seen them normally in the West. Past couple of years they've been in the East, and they've been a thorn in the side for many of these traditional powers in the East. Yeah,
the only loss in league, comes to Newark in a close game, right? And Newark's 7-0 this season in Finger Lakes East play. The perennial top dog, right? They've also beat Waterloo too, so that's your common opponent there. That they both lost to. But yeah, definitely great. The Bloomfield Bombers coming off not just one sectional championship, 2 sectional championships. The last 2 seasons they've won in C1. So definitely looking to keep going. But this is a huge pivotal game to get inch even closer to Newark before they have that rematch for both teams.
Yeah, and then you look at this Waterloo squad. Not much has changed here in the grand scheme of it either for Coach Bree's Tigers. It's a little bit maybe of a struggle of sort here. I don't think that's necessarily fair to say on a 7-4 record. They have a couple tough losses in a singular overtime game to Newark, and then a triple overtime game over Christmas break in a tournament to Our Lady of Mercy. So it's tough to really say. It's one of those things where you're kind of sledding uphill, but for Waterloo, in the grand scheme of it, they're handling business where they need to handle it.
Right, that's for sure. And a Coach Mike Bree team is always going to be. They're always going to get fast. They're going to get out in transition. They're going to try to make those easy buckets that way, right? And it's always a very quick team, and you're watching it, so it's a lot of fun to watch. But it's just one thing to really point out for this Waterloo squad is just how young they are, right? One senior. And their one senior, luckily, she's been around the program in Addison Bree since she was 7th or 8th grade, right? And won a championship in terms of the state championships back in that magical run, and that was 2023, right, Paul? So just this young team, but the way Coach Bree handles himself behind the bench and the way he handles his team, right, it's very elder statesman-like, right? So it's pretty cool and the history behind this program.
Yeah, Addison kind of leading that charge, fifth-year senior member of this varsity squad, as she continues to lead there. We got about a minute left here in pregame festivities at the Bomber Barn. Fans slowly still trickling their way in. You mentioned, Nate, it's been bitter cold, might be a bit of an understatement here as we even continue through the weekend. Waterloo swept the season series last year in the 24-25 season, a 67-64 victory, almost a little over a year ago to the day in their first matchup. And then their second matchup last year, Waterloo handling business at home by double digits, a 53-43 win against the Bombers on Valentine's Day to make it a 2-0 season victory there.
What's really cool too is these teams they play tonight obviously, and then in 8 or 9 days, right, they play again. So it's really cool. These teams are really going to get to know each other next week or so.
And in fact, this was a game that was sadly supposed to take place back in December. Waterloo had to postpone a couple of games later on to the season. This happens to be kind of just how it shook out. So yeah, both these teams are going to be seeing plenty of each other here in the next 10 or so days, like you mentioned, Nate.
And it just goes to show, too, how big these games are, right? 2 and 3 in the standings, right? These are huge games in terms of inching closer to Newark at the top of the leader.
Yeah, Newark currently, like we said, they're undefeated, so they're kind of holding that banner by a game and a half, currently over Bloomfield and 2.5 over Waterloo. So this would be a pretty big shot in the standings. Both of them have Newark once more still on the schedule each. So it'd be a big spot here and something to look forward to. So we're going to step aside here at the booth for the moment, turn over to our PA announcer for the national anthem here in Bloomfield.
Tonight's officials, Steve Duell and John Meany. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the Waterloo Tigers, number 4, senior Addison Bree. Number 5, junior Gwen Panic. Number 10, junior Tanjo Williams. Number 21, freshman John A. Hawkins. And number 23, junior Kaya Moody. And now for your Bloomfield Bombers. Number 3, sophomore Sydney Poundstone. Number 1, junior Sawyer Ditus. Number 12, senior Calla McCone. Number 15, sophomore Addison Falstone. 21, senior Sadie Ketchmark. Bloomfield coach, head coach Julie Kimball, assisted by Scott Kimball and Anthony Sully.
Welcome back here, Paul Russo, excuse me, and Nate Sharman. Your starting lineups, in case you didn't catch them, for Waterloo, it's Addison Bree, Gwen Panic, Tangel Williams, John A. Hawkins, and Kaya Moody. They're in the road blacks today, orange checker pattern on the side. For Bloomfield in the home whites, it's Sawyer Didas, Sydney Falsone, Callum McCombs, Addison Falsone, and Sadie Ketchmark. Head coach Julie Kimball for the Bombers. We're down here on the baseline. We're right next to the Bomber bench. They'll be heading away from us here in the first half on offense. Waterloo heading towards us.
One thing I didn't mention that Waterloo is a young team, one senior, right? And I think it's definitely worth noting, obviously, Bloomfield is in a very similar situation, right? They have 2 seniors. So it's definitely a young team on both sides, and I think that could play a factor.
We'll see how it fully plays out here. It's going to be interesting because we probably didn't talk about enough here in a way, but Addison Bree versus Cal McCombs might be one of those highlight matchups here tonight as well. As we see McCombs heading to the center to take the jump for Bloomfield, and it will actually be John A. Hawkins for Waterloo taking the tip for the Tigers.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Paul. Both players almost lead or co-lead their teams in scoring, both averaging over double digits.
Ball in the air, and we're underway with McCombs controlling the tip. She'll go to Sydney Falsone in the backcourt. We're underway. Waterloo, good defense initially here, but Bloomfield corral it. McCombs down on the right block, leaves it for Addison Falsone. A corner 3, no good long. Rebound tipped around, ends up in the hands of Ketchmark, no good. Third chance McCombs, no. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Tiger ball coming our way here with 7:42 to go. Scoreless in the first quarter. Addison Bree takes point general duties here for the Tigers above the timeline, swings it for Panic, top of the key. Double teamed in the 3-2 zone of Bloomfield, dumps it in for Moody. Moody stripped away by McCombs, and a steal for Bloomfield.
Nice steal by McCombs.
She'll leave it for Addison Falsone above the timeline, and her pass intercepted in 10 for McCombs. Panic with the pickoff, alone down the court, count the lay-in.
Gwen Panic gets us on the board here, our first points of the game. Heads up play by the junior, able to jump in that passing lane and take it in for the lay-in.
2-0 Waterloo, the early advantage with 7:07 to go in the first quarter. It's Addison Falsone, and her pass stolen away by Bree. Full court pressure by the Tigers works well. Bree and 1 on the lay-in.
Bree and the foul as Addison Bree does a little Gwen Panic there and steals it on the inside and goes in, gets fouled on the way up. Waterloo 4, Bloomfield 0.
And the fouls go against Sadie Ketchmark, her first personal, team's first on the quarter. As Bree is with it for her first, or rather the only free throw, and good on the N1.
Yeah, I know I mentioned that those, Waterloo teams of past are quick, right? And they also are very, very active defensively with those active hands. So we saw that on display here early.
Here we go. Bloomfield now above the timeline with McCombs with full court pressure. She's guarded tight by Moody, and now she'll retreat, and we have an official timeout here at 6:56 to go in the first quarter. McCombs had the ball guarded by Moody, and she actually retreated, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe a clock issue?
Must be a clock issue. At first, I thought maybe there was some moisture on the court, but...
It is a clock issue. The clock did not run. So they take 11 seconds off the clock. So it'll be 6:48 on the game clock, 19 on the shot clock here for the Bombers. As it will be Sydney Falsone inbounding it. And she'll go to, well, intended for Addison Falsone. Bree with a hand on it and out of bounds, and we'll reset and do this again.
Active hands again. That's 3 times already in a minute, 15 seconds that Waterloo's gotten the hands on the ball defensively. Inbound
goes to Sydney Falsone. She works the left side, finds Ketchmark at the free throw line, kicks it back to the corner. 3-pointer from Addison Falsone, no good long. Rebound, no good by Didas, and Moody with the rebound. And hands off for Bree the other way. Bree, oh, good up-court pass. Too high to handle, though, for Hawkins. Turnover, Bomber ball with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. 5-0 Waterloo lead.
That was certainly a good look from Addison Bree. Just went over her head, that's all.
Inbound goes to Didas. Back swings it for Addison Falsone. Met by Bree, finds Didas, the inbounder, above the timeline. And they go quickly, but pass intercepted by Moody. Intended target of Sydney Falsone. Panic with it now, drives through the lane, no good. She's going to head to the line for 2 though.
Nice play by Panic to take it strong to the cup. But yeah, another active hand scenario there. Moody steps in and grabs that on the defensive side. Waterloo playing harsh defense so far. I like it.
Panic's first, rolls in and good. Her second on the way, count it. So 2 for 2 at the stripe for the junior guard. 7-0 the Waterloo advantage now with 6:13 to go here in the first quarter. I believe Sadie Ketchmark was the one who collected the foul, so that's her second, team second. McCombs with it above the timeline. They're able to break pressure. Swings it, Addison Falsone swings it now for Sydney Falsone at the top of the key. She'll now work right side.
That was great transition defense by Waterloo to get back.
Corner 3, no good from Addison Falsone. Rebound by Bree, and here we come the other way. Bree above the timeline, it'll break some Bloomfield pressure into the corner. Up fakes now is Tangel Williams. She'll find Panic at the right wing. Now back top of the key, reset for Bree. Bree now looking for help. She'll find Panic at the right wing. Panic back to Bree left wing. Up fake now, lumps it for Moody at the free throw line. Back to Panic, top of the key, drives in right side, stripped away, and it will be last off of Panic's leg and Bloomfield ball.
Nice play by the Bloomfield defender, able to poke that one away and then get it to go off Panic, right? So they get the ball, but really heads-up defensive play by the Bloomfield Bomber there.
5:32 to go, first quarter, still 7-0 Waterloo. McCombs with it, swings it up court now, and too high to handle for the intended target of Addison Falsone. It will be a turnover and Waterloo ball coming back on offense.
7-0 here, 5:26 to go in the first quarter.
Panic gets the inbound and above the timeline. She works left side, swings it now top of the key for Williams. Williams finds Bree right wing. She's met there by the zone defense of Bloomfield. Top of the key, Williams. Now to Panic. Panic working left side, goes corner for Bree. Up fakes, drives baseline. Looking for help, goes back top of the key, reset for Moody. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Tigers. Williams now finds Moody at the free throw line. Jumper on the way, no good. Long rebound though, Hawkins, and stripped away. Ketchmark with the steal, and there will say a travel by Ketchmark. She went down to the ground, and it will be Waterloo ball still. Fresh 30 on the shot clock here, so a bit of a de facto second chance opportunity. Williams, the inbounder, right side underneath her own basket from the baseline. She'll go to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for help from the block. Finds Moody cutting right side. Moody laying, counted in traffic.
Oh, great play by Moody, and in traffic, like you said, to lay that one up and in. Got the pass, went through a couple defenders and laid up and in.
Addison Falsone with the inbound. Goes to Sydney Falsone now above the timeline to McCombs. Back to Sydney Falsone at the top of the key. Finds Addison in the right corner. She's looking for help. Now she'll work right side. Goes top of the key for Sydney Falsone. Sydney now leaves it for McCombs in the left corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Top of the key three-pointer. Addison Falsone, you bet.
Falsone gets Bloomfield on the board here as she nails home with 3. It's 9-3 Waterloo. 4:17 left in the first quarter.
Working top of the key, Panic drives through into the corner for Williams left side to Moody. Now top of the key, reset with Bree. Bree looking for help. She'll drive through, now finds Panic at the top of the key. Goes to the corner, Williams. Williams for 3, no good long. Rebound to Bree though, and a second chance for the Tigers. She'll go up top, and Panic is the one who's able to corral it just in front of the timeline at the logo. Panic through the center, lofts a floater over McCombs, gets it.
Wow, that was fantastic by Panic as she took that pass from Bree. Was really smart in not taking the backcourt, then she took it in and lays it up and in.
11-3, we have our first stoppage of action here. It's a timeout from Bloomfield, and it's going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Julie Kimball. 3:45 to go, first quarter, 11-3, Waterloo in front of Bloomfield.
Quick start for the Tigers here as they hold this 8-point lead. An early 6 points from Gwen Panic. She's been the offense for Waterloo so far. Addison Bree been chipping in too with 3 points.
And Moody with the other 2, with Addison Falsone hitting the top of the key 3 for Bloomfield, last possession down floor. This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane, serving upstate New York homeowners and businesses since 1937. On the floor for Bloomfield, they break the huddle first. Didas, Sydney Falsone, Addison Falsone, Callum McCombs, and coming in for Sadie Ketchmark is Marley Poole. On the floor for Waterloo, it's Moody Panic with Delaney Batten coming in, Addison Bree, and Kinsley Bree coming in for her first action of the ball game. Bloomfield will break the Waterloo pressure full court. And no good on the layup from McCombs, and she'll go to line for 2. As they will get Batten with the foul. That's her first, team's first of the quarter.
The 5-year senior, Michaela McCombs, at the line now, averaging just over 19 points per game this season.
Her first on the way, good. Yeah, McCombs is one of the names you hear quite often around here in the Finger Lakes area. Multi-sport athlete.
Yep.
As her second of 2 on the way is good. So 11-5 now our lead for Waterloo over Bloomfield with 3:37 to go in the first quarter. It's Addison Bree above the timeline. Top of the key, swings it for Panic. Panic back to Addison Bree at the right wing. Bree with it now, so swing it to Panic at the left wing. Skip pass corner to Kinsley. Bree now back to Addison. Skip pass to Panic now left wing. 3-pointer dialed up and rolls off no good. Rebound by McCombs. And Bloomfield with the ball. Swings it, able to find Addison Falsone. Falsone finds Sydney Falsone. And she works left side on Bree. Goes to McCombs. Now finds Didas cutting through the left side baseline. Left of the layup, no good. Rebound Batten, stolen away by McCombs, but she's unable to control it. Out of bounds, it will remain Waterloo ball.
Great defense by Batten there. It looked like she might have gotten a little bit of a fingertip on that to affect that shot.
3 to go here in the first quarter. Panic finds Kinsley Bree. Now Moody at the left wing. Moody now works through the lane, kicks it back out for Addison Bree. Corner now for Panic. Back to Addison. 3-pointer dialed up, no good.
That was a deep one.
Rebound by McCombs, yeah.
She was 5 feet behind the line, at least.
Sydney Falsone works left side with it for Bloomfield. She goes to nobody in the corner, but it's tipped by Moody. It will remain Bloomfield ball. 2:36 to go first quarter. 21 on the shot clock for the Bombers. Sydney Falsone inbounds it to McCombs. Goes to the top of key for Addison Falsone. Out fakes now, drives through the right side of the lane. Lay-in, no good. Rebound by Moody. Hands off for Addie Bree. Here comes the other way, the Tiger attack. Up floor now, Moody, right side. She works through the baseline. Up and over, McCombs, no good. And rebound brought in from McCombs. 2:15 now to go first quarter. Still 11-5, the Waterloo advantage. Driving through the lane, Sydney McCombs dumps it for Addison. She'll now work, and we have a double dribble as she tried to corral the pass. And we have another substitution here for Waterloo this time. It's Moody checking out, Williams checking back in. And Waterloo will inbound it. Addison Bree with the ball, 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Right side now, or rather left side with Williams, right side with Bree. Now with Williams, a little pitch and catch between everybody for the Tigers. Panic left wing, now finds Bree cutting through the lane, kicks it back out for Panic. 3-pointer from the wing, you bet.
Panic knocking home the 3 on open look. Good pass to find her, too, as she bangs that one home. 14-5 lead for Waterloo.
Full court pressure again, almost results in a turnover for Waterloo as Kinsley Bree was able to poke away from Sydney Falsone. It's going to be out of bounds and remain Bloomfield ball. Coach's line extended on the right, or rather left sideline.
Only 1:39 left in this fast-moving first quarter.
Sydney Falsone above the timeline, guarded tightly by Williams. Waterloo now goes into a very high up 2-3 zone here as the JV team able to assist in a turnover possibly.
That's a crowd assist right there.
Addison Bree with the steal, and we have a whistle as she charged up court. I believe they're going to get Addison Falsone with the foul, and they do. It's her first, team's third. Substitution for Bloomfield here as Didas will check out, and Evelyn Howlett will check in for the first time tonight. Inbound goes to Williams. She goes back to Addison Bree. Back to Williams, top the key. Finds Panic cutting through at this free throw line. Back to Williams. Kinsley Bree now on the left corner. Dumps it into Batten. Batten, top of the key for Panic. Corralled in by Williams, though, as Bloomfield overextended on the defense and almost caused a turnover. Addison Bree works top of the key. Drives through, launches a runner. No good long, and rebound brought in Addison Falsone, and she gets fouled by Delaney Batten. So Batten picks up her second personal, team's second on the quarter, with 58 seconds flat to go in the first frame. Addison Falsone goes to Callum McCombs. McCombs trying to get through the Waterloo full court pressure and does. She's able to find Sydney Falsone. Goes to Howlett in the left corner. Howlett back to Sydney. Now swings it cross court to Addison. Into the lane. Jumper, no good long from Poole. Rebound brought in again, and we have a second chance for Bloomfield. It's going to pay off as they'll get Tangel Williams with the foul. That's her first.
Great work by Bloomfield to chase down that offensive rebound and retain possession.
Team's third as we have 33 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock here. Poole, oh, great find to McCombs in the block. Oh, no good on the lay-in. Rebound brought in by Howlett, able to kick it out. Second chance here for Bloomfield again. Three-pointer from Addison Falsone, no good. Long, Madison Bree with the rebound. 18 on the clock here. She's trapped in the corner and she'll get fouled. Let's see here which Bloomfield Bomber they're going to get. They're going to get Evelyn Howlett, the first personal foul for her. Team's fourth on the quarter.
And I know they didn't score there, Paul, but it was still fantastic movement, too, and chasing down multiple offensive rebounds by Bloomfield. And they got a couple great open looks, just couldn't get them to go, but still great offensive sets.
Above the timeline is Tangela Williams. 10 on the game clock here in the first quarter. She'll leave it for Addison Bree. Bree back to Williams. She works top the key. Swings it for Kinsley Bree, top the key. Trying to go in the bat and pass poked away. And we have a stoppage here as it will be an inbound for Waterloo. Quasi in front of us on the sideline here. They got 2.6 on the game clock here. To get a shot off. Williams, the inbounder. She'll go to Addison Bree. She's able to get it off in time, but well short. And that'll wrap up the first quarter of action here in Bloomfield. Your score, Waterloo 14, Bloomfield 5. We'll be right back here for the second quarter of action here on FingerLakes1.com.
Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all new renovated location in Geneva. Dine in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way.
Welcome back inside the Bomber Barn in Bloomfield here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo here, Nate Sharman with me. Finger Lakes East girls basketball action. Waterloo up 14-5, Nate, here early on over Bloomfield. And Glenn Panic really kind of carried the load on offense here for Waterloo. And for Bloomfield, they're kind of find some rhythm, and you kind of saw that in the final couple possessions.
Yep, Gwen Panic led the way with a team high, I should say game high 9 points in that first quarter. 9 of 14 Waterloo points coming from Gwen Panic. Eddie Bree chipped in 2, Kia Moody with 2, and on the Bloomfield side, SFL zone hit that 3-pointer, and Kayla McCombs has the other 2 points for Bloomfield.
Do a quick housekeeping here. It's Addison Falsone, Sydney Falsone, Sadie Catchmark, Evelyn Howlett, and Kayla McCombs on the floor for Bloomfield. Catchmark in, no good. McCombs' second chance, no good. Third chance gets tipped around, and it will remain Bloomfield ball for a third chance opportunity as the Waterloo defense. Kaya Moody, John A. Hawkins, Gwen Panic, and Kinsley Bree are on the floor for the Tigers. It's McCombs. She'll inbound it to Addison Falsone. Back to McCombs. Three-pointer right away. No good long. Rebound brought in by Panic. And here come the Tigers the other way. Panic, no number. She'll go drive through the lane. A little runner. Count it.
Oh, nice play by Gwen Panic, the junior, able to go through some traffic there and navigate it and lay it up and in.
7.5 to go, second quarter. 16-5 now. The Waterloo advantage. They're unable to break the pressure of Waterloo. They keep full court. Kinsley Bree rather with the steal. Leaves it for Williams. Top of the key, 3, no good. Long. Rebound brought in, tipped around. And it's going to be last off of Bloomfield. Good hustle from Sydney Falsone, who dove after it. And it will remain Waterloo ball. Addison Bree checking in. She'll get Panic coming out.
Oh, I thought that was going to be Bree for Bree there for a second, but nope.
Be Williams the inbounder from the right sideline. She'll go top the key for Moody. Moody back to Williams at the right wing. Skip pass left wing for Kinsley Bree. Now Addison Bree in the corner. Kicks it back to Kinsley. Kinsley top of the key for Williams now. Bloomfield 2-3 zone on defense. Williams swings it for Addison Bree. Now Kinsley in the corner. Three-pointer dialed up. No good long. Rebound though Hawkins. Didn't hit rim. They'll have to work quickly with 10 on the shot clock. Moody cuts through the lane. Launches a runner. No good short. Rebound brought in by Addison Falsone. She's dealing with the pressure of Kinsley Bree. Now double teamed in the corner, and we'll have a foul, or rather no, just out of bounds. It will remain Bloomfield ball though, last off.
Waterloo playing excellent defense in the midcourt here to make Bloomfield getting through this press has been a struggle. Another out of bounds there where they keep the possession, but just getting in passing lanes right and being active hands on whether they get the steals or not, but it's pretty impressive.
Inbound from Addison Falsone goes to Say Catchmark goes back to Falzone. She's working left side, double team, ball poked from behind by Kinsley Bree, and it's stolen away. And we're going to have just an out of bounds here. It's going to be off of Waterloo and remain,
right?
Yep, Bomber ball. 21 on the shot clock, 6:44 on the game clock. A brief stoppage here as we had Addison Falzone tying her shoe, and now we're good to go as it's McCombs, the inbounder, left side baseline, goes up top the key for Falzone. She goes to Howlett in the right corner, back up top, Addison Falzone. Three-pointer, no good, short, rebound from Catchmark, and she's going to line for two. She got hit from behind. And it will be a foul on Tangel Williams for Waterloo. That's her second, team's first on the quarter.
I think that's what Bloomfield needs to continue to do. They got the offensive rebound there, but they need to. They have the definite, I think, size advantage, right, with Catchmark and McCombs. So keep using that inside.
Catchmark's first is good.
The senior gets on the board here for her first point of the game.
Back with it now for her second of two, and that one is short. She gets her own board, though. Another lay-in, no good from her. It's going to be out of bounds, last off of, I believe it was Moody for Waterloo. So 26 on the shot clock for the Bombers with 6:33 on the game clock.
Sorry about that, Paul. But way to chase down her own rebound on that free throw. You don't see that all the time.
Inbounding Sydney Falzone from the baseline, goes right into Catchmark on the right block. No good, short on her lay-in. And McCombs went after the rebound. She got whacked. So the Waterloo foul will be going against John A. Hawkins, her first, team second in the quarter. Pretty short order.
Kinsley Bree helped up McCombs there after that play, and I think Kinsley Bree might be a foot shorter than her.
Yeah, that's probably not totally wrong here. It's the active hands again from Waterloo caused the inbound pass to go out of bounds. It will still remain Bomber ball, as we've had only a couple seconds here drained from the clock. Addison Falzone goes to Catchmark at the left side wing. Now top the key for Sydney Falzone. Sydney looking for help. She now works left side, finds Addison Falzone. Try to go to Catchmark, and pass tipped around. Ball on the ground, bodies on the ground. And we have a jump ball. It will be Waterloo possession as Catchmark and Hawkins were on the ground.
I know it's going to be Waterloo ball, but great heads-up play by Sydney Falzone. I think Waterloo would have had numbers and easy layup on this end if she didn't jump in and grab that ball, so great heads-up play.
6:15 to go in the first half. 16-6 your score, Waterloo in front of the Bombers. No, not much scoring here so far in the second frame. It's Moody with it at the free throw line for Waterloo. Trap right block, and she got traveled, yeah. Picked up the pivot foot there, and a turnover, Bomber ball. Substitution for the Bombers. Say Catchmark checks out, Sawyer Ditas comes back in. Inbound from Addison Falzone goes to Sydney Falzone, finds McCombs, back to Addison, now back to McCombs above the timeline, works right through. Oh, good find on the right block, no good on the lay-in from Ditas. Rebound brought in from Waterloo, and here comes Addison Bree the other way, finds Williams, now back top the key, Moody. Moody fakes left, now comes back right, ball tipped, Kinsley Bree comes away with it. Top of the key three, no good long. Rebound by McCombs, and the Bombers have the ball. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter, still 16-6. Full court pressure again by Waterloo. The Falzones are able to break it. Ditas with it now, right corner, into McCombs on the block. Try to go to Howlett on the opposite corner. Pass stolen away by Kinsley Bree. Bree with it above the timeline, top the key, finds Addison. Addison Bree looking for help, finds it in Moody. Now goes to the corner for Williams. Three-pointer, rolls off, no good. Rebound by McCombs.
Halfway in.
Still 16-6. Ball poked from behind again by Waterloo from Williams and McCombs, and will remain Bomber ball on the inbound.
In the first quarter, we saw only 19 points, and the second quarter is just like it. We're almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. 1 point has been recorded.
Waterloo
3 points have been recorded.
Waterloo substitution there. Kinsley Bree checked out. Gwen Panic back in. Bombers working left side with it. It's Evelyn Howlett from the wing. She's looking for help. Dribbles out, some pressure. Oh, the pass gets thrown away. Great hustle by the Falzones to keep it going, though.
Wow.
McCombs on the right block. Her lay-in no good, but she's going to the line for two here, as I believe it was Moody who got her on the way up.
Great hustle by the Falzone sisters is right, Paul. Both of them dove on the floor during that play to keep the ball alive, then eventually got down to McCombs, who's got fouled and is going to the line.
Kai Moody picked up the foul, her first, team's third on the quarter. McCombs back to the stripe for the second time tonight. Good on that attempt. All 3 points so far for McCombs from the charity stripe.
Yeah, she's got, in my mind, the clear height advantage down low for against Waterloo.
Second, no good left. Rebound, though, second chance. Excellent job by Addison Falsone. And she gets fouled, bringing down the rebound. And I believe this one's going against Tangel Williams. Or no, they're calling it actually on John A. Hawkins. So Hawkins picks up her second personal. Team's fourth on the quarter. With 4:58 to go, 16-7, the Waterloo advantage on Bloomfield. Bloomfield inbounding it. Addison Falsone looking for help. Trying to go to McCombs. Pass intercepted by Hawkins. Hands it to Moody, who now hands it for Addison Bree. Bree works left side with it. Top the key, Panic. Panic back to Bree at the left wing. Bree now trapped by the zone of Bloomfield. Finds Panic top of the key. Goes to Moody at the free throw line. Swings it for Williams in the right corner. Now back top the key, Panic. Drives through right side. Lay-in, no good. And let's see. They're going to say it's on the shot, so she'll head to the line for two. And they'll get McCombs with the foul.
Another great drive in there by Panic, as she's able to. She does a great job on those drives too, and with a great defense too, and able to pull it up and almost got that one to go, but she's shooting free throws.
McCombs' first foul, team's first on the quarter. Panic's first is good. Panic, the leading scorer for the Tigers, at 13.3 points per game.
She's got 13 already.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, wait, 12.
Well, I never said math was my strong suit.
That's
13 now. How about that?
You prognosticator, you. So now we have a timeout. It's going to be Waterloo taking their first of the game. It's a full timeout from Coach Mike Bree with 4:37 to go in the second quarter. It's Waterloo 18, Bloomfield 7 in this Finger Lakes East girls basketball tilt. This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Old John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz are proud to support our area high school athletes. And Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman alongside me here in Bloomfield. Happy you're making part of your Friday night here with us, as nice and warm in here, unlike outside. Hope everybody does stay safe these upcoming few days. It's going to be a rough one. So stay safe, check in on your neighbors, check in on your family and friends, and we'll all get through this together.
You say that, Paul, but I was walking in here today for the game, and I think I saw 3 basketball players, not these basketball players, but in just shorts in the 4-degree weather. So some people are going to build a little better for it than others, right?
I'm going to plead the fifth because I may or may not have done that myself back in the day.
Well, yeah. I should say, yeah. Kids are a little more built better for the cold, I would say, right, than us adults.
That's fair. So on the floor for Waterloo, Addison Bree with Gwen Panic, John A. Hawkins, Tangel Williams, and Kaya Moody. 4 from Bloomfield as they bring it up court. Addison Falsone, Sydney Falsone, who has it. She's able to get it to Addison at the timeline. Back to Sydney at the right wing. She's joined by Cal McCombs, who launches it's Falsone. She's able to find for 2 points, no good long. Elena Hagan, who's in for the first time tonight, and Waterloo comes down with the board. Panic top the key, 4:12 to go in the second quarter. 18-7, the Waterloo lead over Bloomfield. Bree directing traffic from the top of the key. Bloomfield now settling into man-to-man defense for the first time tonight. Panic with it now. She goes top the key for Williams. Williams drives right side, finds Bree at the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Bree launches a runner, no good. And she'll head to the line for 2. And they will get Sydney Falsone for the foul, her first, team second on the quarter.
Addison Bree headed to the line, the 5th-year senior. Looking for her first points of the second quarter.
1 of 1 from the stripe tonight. And her first on this trip is good. 19-7 now, the Waterloo advantage for the moment.
I don't have the statistics for it, but Waterloo always seems to be, to me, a good free throw shooting team.
And her second is
Didn't jinx
good.
it.
Yeah, so job well done by you, Nate.
Something that Red Autry and Syracuse could learn a lot about, right?
Free throws matter. Biggest lead of the night so far for Waterloo. It's 20-7 over Bloomfield. The Bombers able to break the full court pressure. It's Hagan down low with it. And it will be last off of Waterloo. The active hands of the Tiger defense again coming into effect. As we'll see who wants to go inbound it. It will be Sydney Falsone from the left side baseline underneath the bucket. Looking for some help. She'll go top for Addison Falzone. Addison working now top the key. Uses a Hagen screen. Goes to the corner for Cindy Falzone. Oh, great find to dump it into McCombs' counter.
Oh, that was a great pass inside to McCombs, and she had no trouble turning to the basket and laying that one up and in.
And right there is that height advantage you've been talking about, Nate, as Panic drives through the lane. Able to find, stuff from behind by Didus. Was Hawkins on the layup.
Oh, great play by Didus. Hawkins saw the basket in front of her, but Didus right on her hip, able to make that block.
Williams, the inbounder, from the left baseline underneath the bucket. She'll go to Addison Bree, ball loose, and almost here to the table, but Addison Falzone stopped in time.
A lot better athletic play than I would have made, that's for sure.
And you're telling me. Bree, the inbounder, goes to Panic in the left corner. Panic now top of the key for Williams. Williams hands it off for Bree, guarded tightly by Hagen. Bree cuts through the left side, leaves it for Moody at the right wing. 10 on the shot clock for Waterloo. Driving through Williams, able to go to Moody in the corner. Works baseline, top the key, Bree, 4. She'll take the long distance 3. Oh, rolls.
Wow. Addison Bree took another deep one. That I talked about the earlier one was deep. That one might have been deeper.
23-9, and now we have an official timeout here as looks like Addison Falzone will tie her shoe. Substitutions are coming in for Waterloo. Delaney Batten and Kinsley Bree check back in for Tangel Williams and John A. Hawkins.
The second time Addison Falzone's had a tire shoe. Maybe double knot it.
I think so. McCombs with the top the key for Bloomfield off the inbound. Finds Addison Falzone for 3. No good long from the right wing. Inbound, or rather rebound by Moody, and she stepped out chasing it. So it'll be Bloomfield ball, a second chance opportunity for the Bombers. 2:43 to go in the first half. 23-9, Waterloo up over the Bombers. Inbounder is Addison Falzone from the left corner. Goes cross court to Sydney Falzone from the wing. Back to Addison, left corner, 3-pointer, no good short. Rebound brought in by Addison Bree. Bree still with it, guarded tightly by Addison Falzone. It's a battle of the Addisons. Above the court, and we're having an illegal screen as Moody was moving.
Yep.
And so Moody will pick up her second foul. Team's 5th, so bonus for the Bombers here the rest of the quarter. Waterloo substitution, Williams in for Moody as she rejoins the action.
Waterloo remains leading this one, 23-9, 2:28 left in the first half, excuse me.
McCombs tries to cut through the center and it gets tipped away. Oh, good job though by Hagen. Hagen through, and she's going to line for 2 as Batten tried to go in on defense and got her on the arm.
Heads up play there by 9th grader Elena Hagen, able to grab that one and go up hard with it. Gets fouled, going on the line.
But Batten will collect her 3rd personal, so that's going to leave Waterloo in a bit of a pinch potential here. I think they're going to leave her out there for the moment. Hagen to the stripe for the first time tonight. Her first rolls no good.
You just got me thinking about the foul situation with such a short bench. In that triple overtime game they played earlier in the year, I wonder what the foul situation was like.
Yeah, it's a good question. As Hagen is back with it for her second. No good. Rebound brought in.
Maybe Coach Reed was getting people off the stands to come play.
I mean, anything's possible. Panic with it now top the key. Finds Addison Bree for a 3-pointer. Good!
Addison Bree is heating up as she bangs home another 3-pointer in this quarter.
26-9 now, the Waterloo advantage over Bloomfield. Hagen right side, dives after ball, she lost it. Ball getting tipped around, brought in by Batten. Waterloo with the steal, and Panic with it. She's now trapped, guarded tightly by McCombs. She works out of the double team, but still guarded tightly by McCombs as she gets above the timeline. Leaves it for Bree. She thought about a 3, now works top of the key. Guarded tightly by Addison Falzone. Oh, great find by Batten on the left block and in.
Oh, great pass there as Ben was able to lay that one up and in and extend this Waterloo lead.
Minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. 28-9, the Waterloo advantage. And stolen away again. McCombs had it poked away by Gwen Panic, and McCombs will collect a foul as she tried to chase after it. Rather, no, it's going to be Sydney Falzone who picked up. Apologies. Her second, team 3rd. She checks out, and Evelyn Howlett will check back in. So 1:21 to go in the second quarter. Waterloo with the ball, top the key with Addison Bree. Bree working right side, still going. Now finds Williams in the left corner on the skip hack. Drives baseline, launches a runner, rolls in and good. Angel Williams' first bucket of the night with 1 minute to go here in the second quarter, 30-9.
Waterloo's opened up a
Waterloo
21-point
advantage.
lead.
Yeah, Bloomfield is trying to get out of this full court pressure here, and they are going to be able to do it via foul, as Kinsley Bree will pick up her first, as it was Addison Falzone trying to get out of pressure. She went down hard but popped back up.
Great job by Falzone there. Almost got over the timeline and then was declined there with a couple Waterloo defenders, but she was able to hang on to the ball and draw that foul. Great play.
So Addison Falzone to the line for the first time tonight. 3 points so far on the evening for her.
Looking to get Bloomfield in double digits here.
And at least cut this lead a little bit here before going into halftime. First rolls in and good. Sure you stick with us here after a short break for our DeSanto Propane halftime report. As Falzone's second is good. So it's 30-11, the Waterloo advantage on Bloomfield. 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Addison Bree top the key, leaves it for Panic. Panic now works right side, dribbles through, finds Kinsley Bree, left corner. Back to Panic on a give and go. Panic now works for the left side, launches a floater, no good. She'll head to the line for two. And they'll get Evelyn Howlett on the way up, her second, team's fourth on the quarter.
Great job by Panic, taking that one strong. Again, where she gets fouled up and almost went in again, too. And she's going to extend on her night, having a good one here. She's got 13 points, looking for 14 and 15 here.
John A. Hawkins checks in for Delaney Batten for Waterloo. Panic's first on this trip, good. Lead back to 20 for the moment for Waterloo. Her second on the way, that one good as well. So it's back to a 21-point advantage for Waterloo, 32-11 there in front of Bloomfield here with 40 seconds to go. 10-second differential between shot and game clock for the Bombers. Addison Falzone above the timeline, leaves it for Howlett. Howlett works top the key as Waterloo sits now in a 3-2 zone, and she'll get fouled by Kinsley Bree. So Bree picks up her second personal in pretty quick order. And it will send Howlett to the stripe for the first time today.
Bloomfield breaking into this lead a little bit that Waterloo's maintaining this game.
Howlett's first, no good, off right. So no shot clock here for whoever gets possession of it. 29.3 on the game clock for the first half. Howlett back with it now for her second of two. On the way and in. So 28 seconds here as Waterloo brings up court slowly. Addison Bree with it above the timeline. In front by 20, 32-12 over the Bombers. Gwen Panic with it. Waterloo really in no rush here. Panic top the key, leaves it for Addison Bree at the logo. Back to Panic at the left wing. 10 now on the clock. Panic back to Bree, top of the key. Three, no good, short. Rebound brought in by Didas. Leaves it for McCombs. They got 3 seconds. McCombs with it right sideline. Launches from the half-court line. No good.
Ooh, a pretty good attempt, though.
And that will do it for the first half of action here in Bloomfield, where Waterloo up big by 20. It's 32-12, their advantage over Bloomfield. Don't go anywhere here on FingerLakes1.com. We'll be right back with the DeSanto Propane halftime report here in just a few moments.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Little John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome in, everybody, to the DeSanto Propane Halftime Report here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo and Nate Sharman here for you. The Bloomfield Bombers trailing the Waterloo Tigers 32-12 here in this Finger Lakes East girls matchup here tonight, Nate. And it's been just an absolute Waterloo Tiger kind of onslaught here so far. It's been full court, both ways, offense and defense for them. And frankly, at this point, it's got to be what the key difference here is because of that active hands defense and getting those points off turnovers.
Yeah, I haven't had the privilege to watch enough Waterloo games this season. You know, I've been more kind of into it in the last few seasons, but this year I haven't. But it's the same way that Mike Bree coach teams play, right? They're very active hands, very quick. They like to be in transition. They don't like to really slow it down too much, and they got 32 points in the first half.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here because, as we mentioned kind of at the end of the first half, you mentioned that short bench for Waterloo, and a couple of the girls have entered into not quite foul trouble now at this point as you enter the third quarter, but it'll be interesting to see if they're able to keep that pace up, knowing what might be kind of lurking there in the background with that situation.
Yeah, it seems like that's what they like to do. They like to get out in transition and run and be active, but we'll see what happens. Let's run through the scoring.
Yeah.
On the Waterloo side first. Win Panic leading the way with a game-high 15 points. Addison Bree chipping in 11 points. And then Kia Moody, Delaney Batten, and Tangela Williams all have 2. On the Bloomfield side, leading the way, Callie McCombs has 5. Addison Falzone also has 5. And then Evelyn Hoyt and Sadie Ketchmark with 1 apiece.
Waterloo breaks the locker room already here for halftime. Third down at the other end warming up with 5 and change to go here on the clock.
And not much was said in that locker room, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. And let's get back out and stay warm, right?
So what do you think the message is on the Bloomfield side then?
I think on the Bloomfield side, and I say this, I've said this a lot on these broadcasts, but it's still like you gotta. I don't know if calm down is the right sort of thing. You know, playing a little bit frantically offensively. Still get back down and get back to your game plan. Use that size advantage. I think down low. I think Kayla McCombs could have a big second half, right? Use that size advantage. Go to the line and continue to convert those free throws like they were late in that second quarter. And keep chipping away in this lead.
Well, we got time here. We can do a quick whip around of the other action today across the Wayne Finger Lakes, as at least today there was no postponements or cancellations going into tonight. Now,
nice and warm in these gymnasiums, right, Paul?
Yes, sir, as you know. Let's stay on the girls' side here. Starting the Finger Lakes West, Dundee Bradford is at Hunyo, HAC at Red Jacket. In non-league action for the West, Campbell Savona is at South Seneca. In the Finger Lakes East, in league matchup there, it's Wayne at Minders, Newark at Powell Mac, and Mid Lakes at Penn Yan. In Wayne County action, as well as, well, this is Wayne County meets independent action here. Canada at Marcus Whitman, School of the Arts at East Rochester, Sodas at Padilla, and Williamson Marion is at Geneva. And then in Monroe County, it's Webster Schroeder at Victor. On the boys' side of things, starting in the Finger Lakes East, Palmac at Newark, Minders at Wayne, Penn Yan at Mid Lakes, and then moving to Wayne County, it's Clyde Savannah at Gananda, North Rose Wolcott at Williamson, and Eugenio Maria at East Rochester. And the boys' side of things for the Finger Lakes West, Bloomfield at Geneseo, and in Monroe County, Canandaigua is at Pittsford Mendon.
Yeah, really interesting part of the year, right, as you get into this real stretch run and figuring out where you're going to be seated in terms of sectional points and sectional rankings, right? So a lot of fun as we get down here. But last time out, Paul, you guys had a real fun one, you and Kyle Evans.
Yes, we did. The Honeyway Lions game was quite fun, and been interesting to kind of see how both teams have operated since then. Honeyway took a little bit of a step back, but appears though that they've refound their footing. So no harm, no foul there. And those two, I would place a pretty good guess that they would be seeing each other possibly in that state crossover qualifier game in C's for the boys, with Lions in C1 and Honeyway in C2.
Oh, I'm sure they're eyeing that out. They got a lot of games in front of them before that, right? But still pretty cool to see a high-paced game. I listened to you and Kyle Evans do that game, and I could feel the energy coming through the broadcast. Pretty cool.
Palpable buzz it was there that
was
night.
at the Atwood too, right? You got to.
No, was that?
Oh, that was at Honeyway, right?
Finger Lakes Community College.
Okay.
Yes.
If I keep guessing, maybe I'll get it eventually. But
the Putmore Court. Yeah, we were talking off air about.
You know the name of that. I think every gymnasium you've been in, I think you know the name of it, not just where it is or whatever it is, but you know a little bit about the history as well, too, right?
Well, in certain situations, I don't know much about the FLCC court on that front, but
you sure know a lot about the Don Stevens broadcast booth in downtown Rochester.
We will be writing hopefully many new chapters at the Don Stevens broadcast booth. In a few, well,
what a legend he is, Don Stevens.
Not quite a few weeks, about a month plus, but yes, he is. Final season for him, correct? Doing full time.
Yep. Andrew Mossbrooks has been taking over for him. He does a fantastic job on the Rochester Emmerich side.
Good stuff. Bloomfield.
And then, of course, former colleague at FL1. I just forgot his name.
Oh, why? Well, either way.
What's his name?
You lost me now. So.
He does a podcast at FL1.
Oh,
got his name.
Chamberlain?
Chamberlain, thank you.
Chamberlain Byer? Oh, yeah.
There we go,
He's
thank you.
He's over on the Nighthawks side, though, so.
Yeah, he's crisscrossed his way a little bit through the years, right?
That's definitely true. We got a minute left here in halftime, and Bloomfield broke their locker room huddle about a minute or so ago, so they're just getting some shots off here to get warm and everything. That will do it for our DeSanto Propane halftime report. Should mention, Waterloo did win the JV game before the varsity game, 65-49 in that contest. Congratulations to the JV squads on that.
So, Paul, as we just over 30 seconds here, real quick. I teased it pregame. Who's the next coach of the Buffalo Bills, in your opinion, as a non-Bills fan?
Well, I have a feeling it will be Dable, but I don't know. I
think they have a good. I think their front runner in their eyes is Kubiak, right? It just depends on if they want to wait or not.
I would, if I were.
They got to wait for the playoffs to be over. Hypothetically, the Seahawks are probably going to be in the Super Bowl. I mean, the Rams could easily beat them on Sunday, but.
If I were Terry Pagula, I wouldn't have fired McDermott in the first place. But now that I have, I would go offensive-minded. I think Kubiak is the actual realistic best option.
As a McDermott defender these last few years, I think it would be absolutely silly to fire Sean McDermott, the defensive coach, and hire another defensive coach.
Yes, agreed. It'll be Bloomfield ball to start the second half. They're going to be moving towards us this half on offense. Waterloo away from us. Top the key with Sydney Falzone. She goes to Sawyer Didas, who works left side. Ball poked. McCombs able to track it down on the ground. And we'll have a jump ball tie-up between her and Hawkins and Moody. And it'll be Waterloo ball going the other way. Let's do a quick housekeeping here. It's panic with Bree, Moody, Hawkins, and Williams on the floor for Waterloo. For Bloomfield, it's Didas, Falzone, McCombs, and Ketchmark. Top the key, panic. She finds Williams in the left corner. Bloomfield in a 2-1-2 zone on defense to get things going. Moody has it now at the free throw line. Now working right side on McCombs. Dumps out for Williams with 10 on the shot clock. Working top the key is Moody. Finds panic for three. No good long from the wing. Rebound, second chance for Waterloo with Williams. Williams leaves it for Bree. Works right side. Now skip pass into the corner left side for Williams. Leaves it for panic. Drives through left side runner. Count it.
Nice work by Panic, able to get Waterloo on the board in this third quarter. First points by either team.
17th point on the night for Panic, 34-12. With 7 to go in the second quarter, the Waterloo advantage. Turnover by Bloomfield. It will be Waterloo ball as Sydney Falsone lost footing and lost control of the ball. Bree bringing it up court for Waterloo above the timeline, goes right wing for Panic. Panic works now top the key. Williams now swings it for Bree in the left corner. Bree looking for help, dribbles, now finds Williams at the left wing. Goes right wing for Panic. Now skip past to Bree back at the corner. Now to Williams top the key, finds Panic. Panic works right side. Moody left corner, three-pointer, dialed up and good.
Knock down another three-pointer for Waterloo as they continue to have this lead in this third quarter.
6.5 to go, 37-12 in the third quarter here. Waterloo in front of Bloomfield. McCombs with it, finds Didus. Didus, long distance two from the corner, no good. Rebound tipped around, give it to Hawkins. Finds Moody, who now goes to Panic. Panic quickly up floor to Williams. Williams sent packing by Didus. Great block.
Fantastic play by the junior Sawyer Didus to able to get that block down there as he sends that one away.
Bree, the inbounder for Waterloo, goes to Panic. Back to Bree in the right corner. Now goes top of the key. Swings it for Moody. She'll take another three from the wing. No good left side. And rebound brought in. Great job by Ketchmark. Finds McCombs, who finds Sid Falsone. And up court come the Bombers. She's top of the, or rather above the timeline, gets trapped in the high corner, able to find Didus, who goes to Ketchmark left side. Ball on the ground, bodies on the ground. Ketchmark dove after it, as did Bree, but Bree lands on top. And Bree will pick up her first, team's first on the quarter.
5:50 to go in this third quarter. 37 the lead for Waterloo, 37-20, 37, excuse me, the score 37-12.
Be Addison Falsone the inbound, or rather Sydney Falsone the inbounder. She goes to Addison, now goes top the key for McCombs. Waterloo 2-3 zone on defense here in the half court. Didus able to find Addison Falsone, right corner. Drives in, no good. She's going to head to the line for two though.
Great play by Addison Falsone, not settling for that three-point shot, able to drive inside, get fouled, and go to the line.
And Tangel Williams will pick up her third personal foul there, team's second on the quarter. Addison Falsone's first is good.
Because like you said, Paul, I mean they don't have a long bench and they have some foul trouble on their bigger players. So keep going to the line, right, and see what happens.
Yeah, and Addison Falsone 2 for 2 on that trip, 4 for 4 on the night, 37-14. Now the Waterloo lead over Bloomfield with 5:37 to go in the third.
When you're down by in the 20s all third quarter, right, you got to slow the game down for Bloomfield, right? Limit the possessions for Waterloo too.
For sure, Waterloo going to work here on offense. It's Panic working baseline, goes to Moody, now top the key Williams. Williams passes out. Addison Bree for three, you can count it.
Oh, you can't do that if you're Bloomfield. You can't leave one of the better three-point shooters in the area, Addison 3, I call her, open.
40-14, now Waterloo still full court pressuring Bloomfield here as Sydney Falsone is able to break the pressure above the timeline. Goes to Addison, who now finds McCombs for a free throw line jumper. No good, long right. Rebound brought in by Hawkins, finds Panic, and Panic now works up court. Above the timeline, working top of the key. Dumps it off, and pass intercepted by Ketchmark. Great job on defense by the Bombers. Bombers up court now with Addison Falsone. She's going to go right to the rack. Count, no, rolls off. She's going to go to the line for two.
Oh, man. How does that not go in? What a play by Falsone, able to take that one tough. Going to the line. I thought she was going to have an N1 there.
And like you said, they're going to be attacking down low, and that's Kaya Moody's third, team's third. So now it's Moody with Williams and Badenall with 3 personal for Waterloo as Falsone makes another free throw. With 4:45 to go here in the third quarter.
Waterloo up by 25.
And Falsone's
24.
good on the second there. So 40-16, lead for Waterloo here. Bree bringing it up court slowly, like you're mentioning here too, Nate. Waterloo probably not exactly in a rush either.
Right.
Maybe to make this a quick game again. Panic top of the key. Swings it for Hawkins at the left wing. Back to Panic. She works the left side of the lane. Launches a runner. No good short. Rebound brought in by McCombs. McCombs finds Addison Falsone now. Falsone above the timeline. Works right side. She's going right to the rack again. Now kicks it back out for McCombs. Three-pointer from the wing. Dialed up. No good. Rebound brought in by Moody. Leaves it for Panic. Panic working on McCombs. Oh, great hustle by McCombs. And it's going to be out of bounds and remain Waterloo ball, but McCombs, great full court pressure there.
That's fantastic hustle by McCombs. Didn't get the ball to her team, but still just fantastic.
Yeah, with 4:07 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock for Waterloo here in the third quarter. Force the quicker possession potentially from Waterloo. Panic with it. Swings it for Williams in the right corner. Back to Panic at the right wing. She'll now drive through the lane and picked away by McCombs with the steal. McCombs one-on-one with Moody. Works right side. McCombs to the rack. Count it.
Oh, McCombs, a nice move there inside as she faked the pass and was able to lay it up and in.
So, McCombs' first bucket of the second half. 40-18 now the Waterloo lead over Bloomfield. 3:36 to go in the third quarter. Panic with it right side.
They got to feed her for Bloomfield.
Now kicks it back out. Williams to the right wing. Hands it back off for Panic. Panic working top the key. 10 on the shot clock for Waterloo. Panic still with the top the key now. Drives through right side. A runner. No good short. And she'll head to the line for two. She got hit on the way up. That foul is going to be on McCombs. So Cal McCombs picks up her second personal and team's first on the quarter.
Panic with 17 points this evening and looking to add on to that.
And first is good from Panic. McCombs subbed out, by the way. Coming in is Marley Poole for her first action of the second half. Panic's second, no good right. And we finally have a missed free throw from Waterloo.
I was going to say, I think that looked, I wasn't counting, but it looked like I thought about it being the first one.
And the Poole on the right block. Bloomfield working quickly. Great job by Poole. A little old school block action down there.
Nice work is right. Nice footwork to grab that and lay it back up and in.
And so Waterloo back with now the other way. 3 to go here in the third frame. 41-20, they lead Bloomfield. Panic top the key. Bloomfield sitting in a box-in-one defense here. The emphasis going to Addison Bree here with Sydney Falsone chasing after her. Williams has it. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. No good long. Rebound, though, by Hawkins. Hawkins back out. Panic for three. No good short. Rebound that time by Didus and Bloomfield. Tried to leave it for Sydney Falsone. Ball getting tipped around. Addison Bree with the steal. Poked away from her, and now she'll get fouled. Trying to retain possession. I believe they're going to get catch mark here.
Excellent work by Waterloo there to maintain possession and working hard for it.
So Sadie Catchmark collects the foul, and that's going to be her third. Team's second on the quarter. Couple substitutions in for Waterloo. It's Kinsley Bree and Delaney Batten coming in for Tangel Williams and John A. Hawkins. Moody will be the inbounder for Waterloo, right side baseline underneath her own basket. Goes to Kinsley Bree, who works right baseline looking for help. She'll go to Addison, but pass too far to handle. Bloomfield with the steal. Great job. That was Addison Falsone. She's fine. Sawyer Didus up court. Didus looks for help now. She'll go top the key for Sydney Falsone. Hands off for Addison Falsone. Drives through the lane. No. And it's going to be a travel, actually, on Falsone. A turnover on Bloomfield with 2:15 to go in the third quarter. It will be a Waterloo ball.
Oh, she made the shot, too. I don't know. I didn't necessarily see it travel.
Here we go. Waterloo the other way now on offense. Panic has it top of the key, directing traffic. Again, that 2-1 zone emphasis on Addison Bree for the one. Swing it now. Kinsley Bree has it. Right wing. 15 on the shot clock for Waterloo. We're under 2 to go in the quarter. Now we have an off-ball foul on Bloomfield. And there it's Sydney Falsone for the foul. That's will be her third personal.
1:57 left to go in this third quarter. Waterloo leads by 21. They lead 41-20.
And Bloomfield will get a substitution here. It's going to be Evelyn Howlett coming in. And she will get Sydney Falsone. So Moody inbounding it once again from the right baseline underneath the basket. She'll go to Kinsley Bree in the left corner. Back underway with 1:55 in the third frame. Kinsley Bree works with it, left side wing. Now top the key, looks for help, picked up her dribble, finds it in Gwen Panic. Panic works right side through the lane. Oh, nice little find to Batten on the left, blocking in.
Oh, nice find is right as Batten gets her second bucket of the game. She now has 4.
Waterloo full court pressure again here. Ketchmark has it. Ketchmark poked from behind, able to retain it though. Bloomfield possession. Poole with it. Poole to Ketchmark, and Poole, before she's able to release it, will travel. And it will be another turnover in Waterloo ball.
Nice work by the Waterloo defense. Specifically, it looked like Kinsley Bree got in there and forced that travel.
So 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. Waterloo 43, Bloomfield 20. And it will be Kinsley Bree, the inbounder. She'll go to Kaya Moody. And once again, box and one with Addison Falzone focusing on Addison Bree. Pass intercepted down low by Ketchmark. Great job on defense again by Bloomfield here. As she comes with the steal, finds Addison Falzone up court to Poole. Poole with an elbow jumper, no good. Rebound chased down. It's going to be a jump ball. Moody with the rebound. Ketchmark came in with the hand on it. It'll be Bomber ball here, a second chance opportunity.
That's the right call there for staying with Bloomfield.
1-1-1 across the board. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. Falzone, the inbounder. She goes to Ketchmark, cutting through. No good on her lay-in. Rebound by Didas. Didas and Batten now get tied up. And just like that, Waterloo the other way on that. 1:07 to go, third quarter. Waterloo 43, Bloomfield 20. This Finger Lakes East girls matchup. Addison Bree above the timeline leaves it for Gwen Panic. Panic to Kinsley Bree in the left corner. Back to Panic left wing. Under a minute now to go in the third quarter. Moody with the top of the key. Kinsley Bree now off the handoff, works right side. Hands off for Addison Bree. Addison to Kinsley, now to Moody in the right corner. Back to Kinsley and top of the key for Bree. 8 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Oh, big foul up top as Kinsley Bree set an illegal screen and Addison Falzone went down hard. So Bree picks up her third personal, team's fourth. Both Bree and Falzone a little bit shaken up there as Williams will come in for Kinsley Bree. Falzone will stay in the game. So above the timeline is Falzone. She works left side, hands it off for Poole at the left wing. Dumps it, free throw line for Ketchmark. Now corner for Falzone. 20 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock here. It's Howlett with it, dumps off for Ketchmark, get out on the block. Howlett now back in the corner, finds Poole at the elbow jumper, count it good. Marley Poole, her second bucket, 43-22. Waterloo in front, 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Addison Bree has it top the key, swings it for Panic at the right wing, 10 on the clock. Panic works right side now, drives through the lane, dumps it back off for Moody, up fake 5. Drives through, launches a runner with 3, count it. Moody with
Great
the
shot.
bucket, and that will wrap up the third quarter of action here from Bloomfield. It's 45-22, Waterloo in front. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with the fourth quarter of action here on FingerLakes1.com.
Littlejohn and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome back inside the Bomber Barn here in Bloomfield. Paul Russo alongside me, Nate Sharman, here on FingerLakes1.com. Waterloo in front of Bloomfield 45-22 in this Finger Lakes East girls game. As we have a score update to provide, courtesy of our sports editor Kyle Evans. And a few minutes ago, it was Powell-Mac up 33-21 on Newark with about 5.5 to go in that game. So keep an eye on that. That would be a pretty big upset in the East standings.
This could be a momentous, if Waterloo is able to continue to have this lead here and that goes that way, this could be a big night for Waterloo basketball.
Bloomfield will begin the ball here in the fourth quarter. It is Poole, the inbounder. She'll go to Addison Falzone. She's joined by Evelyn Howlett and Sadie Ketchmark, as well as Elena Hagan. Working with it, Falzone, left wing. She gets trapped there by Tangel Williams. Dumps in for Poole. Now kicks it back out for Hagan. Hagan drives through, and she picked up her pivot foot travel. Turnover, and Waterloo ball going the other way. Waterloo with the ball. It's Kaya Moody with Gwen Panic, Tangel Williams, Delaney Batten, and Addison Bree on the floor. Moody goes to Williams, right corner. Three-pointer, no good, short. And rebound brought in by Ketchmark with 7.5 to go, 45-22, your score still. Waterloo in front. Falsone up court to Hagan. Hagan now with it top the key. Back to Falsone in the right corner. She'll drive through, launches a runner, no good, short. Rebound though by Howlett. It didn't hit rim, no shot clock reset. Ketchmark with it right side. Looking for help, finds Poole. Jumper from the free throw line, no good, long. Rebound borrowed in by Moody. Moody to Bree, and Waterloo the other way with 7:05 to go in the contest. Bree, stop, pop, count it.
Wow, stop, pop, count it is right. I thought she was going to sit on it for a little bit and use that shot clock, but no, she said, I'm open, I'm firing.
48-22 the lead now with under 7 to go here in the fourth. Waterloo's full court D still working pretty well. Bloomfield able to break it. Poole with it, right hand layup rather, count it. Marley Poole, season high 6 points so far for her now on the night.
Yeah, all coming in the second half too.
Moody with it for Waterloo, goes to Panic at the right wing. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter, 48-24. The Waterloo lead over Bloomfield. Top the key, Panic now for Waterloo. She's looking for some help. She'll dribble it out, hands it to Williams left side. Pass too hot to handle for Batten down low. Turnover and Bloomfield ball.
So a good look down low to Batten there. Just fired it a little too fast for her to handle. 6:20 left in this fourth quarter.
48-24 still the score for Waterloo. They're in front. Inbound from Poole goes to Addison Falzone. Finds Ketchmark now and above the timeline with Howlett. Nice little way to break the press there with some goes. With it now is Hagan in the right corner. She's looking for help. Picked up the dribble, dumps in on the block for Howlett. Howlett poked from behind by Panic. It's going to be...
I guess it went off her foot.
Yeah, they're saying Waterloo ball. Okay, Bloomfield substitutions here. It's Cal McCombs, Sydney Falsone, and Sawyer Didus in for Sadie Ketchmark, Evelyn Howlett, and Marley Poole.
And not only is Panic having a great offensive day, she's also contributing on the defensive side there, able to poke that one away and out of bounds.
Waterloo able to break full court pressure. Bree to Batten on the right block. Lane, count it.
Batten back-to-back buckets as she from the third quarter.
50-24 now, the lead for Waterloo. 5:50 to go. McCombs with it right side. Finds Didus for a long distance two from the corner. Rims around, no good. Rebound McCombs, second chance, no good. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Gwen Panic. Panic the other way with it now above the timeline for Waterloo. She's working left side, now comes back to the center and top the key. Launches a runner from the free throw line, rattles around and in.
Oh, got the friendly bounce there as Panic gets her first 2 points of the fourth quarter.
20th on the night for Panic.
Having a great night.
As with 5:18 to go now, 52-24, the Waterloo lead.
Way over her average of just over 13 points per game, way over it.
Hands again here, and it's going to be a little too much to handle as Bree will pick up the foul, her second. Team's first on the quarter, reached in on Elena Hagan. It'll be McCombs, the inbounder for Bloomfield. She's inbounding from right in front of her own bench. She'll go to Didus, who works and gives it back to McCombs, and they're calling a travel on McCombs as she tried to work through the pressure of Waterloo.
Go back to Waterloo here, 5:08. Waterloo still holding this lead, 52-24.
Some full court pressure by Bloomfield here. Waterloo, though, is going to be able to break it. A Florida Batten on that. Her shot, oh, you're going to say it's a foul.
They say, yeah, calling a foul. I thought I looked like a lot of ball to me.
And there we have Addison Falsone with the foul. Her second, team's first on the quarter. As Batten will head to the line for the first time tonight. Has it for her first and releases. No good left. And we do have a final, and we have an upset here in the Finger Lakes East. Palmac knocks off Newark 41-27. Palmac has won 5 of their last 8 after starting the year off 0-5. So how about it for the Red Raiders? Pick up a big win against their rival on Route 31. So no good on either free throw from Batten. Bloomfield the other way with it now quickly. McCombs working with it on the block. Kicks it top the key. 3 for Addison Falsone. No good. Rebound brought in by McCombs. Second chance. Finds Cindy Falsone, top of the key. Kicks it over to Addison and pass tipped away picked off. Gwen Panic. Panic the other way now for Waterloo. Hands off for Addison Bree. Bree back to Panic. Now to Moody, top the key. Into Batten, who was alone on the block at the time. And she'll get fouled. Don't know if it's going to be on the shot. I'll be intrigued to see if they say it is. The foul's going against McCombs. That's her third, team second. And they're saying on the floor, substitutions, Panic and Moody check out, or rather Panic and Batten will check out for Waterloo. Kinsley Bree, John A. Hawkins in for the Tigers.
It's really interesting that Palmac win. You know, they've been playing really great basketball, too. And look at Waterloo's next few games, right? Obviously, Bloomfield tonight, Palmac next, and Bloomfield again. So big games for Waterloo.
Addison Bree with the top the key for Waterloo. Drives through the lane. A runner left all alone. No good short. Rebound by McCombs and Bloomfield. Leaves it for Didus. Didus now gives it to Addison Falzone over to Cal McCombs. And above the timeline, the Bombers break the pressure from Waterloo. Sid Falzone finds McCombs again at the left wing. Back to Sid Falzone. She's looking for help from the left wing, or corner rather. Now dribbles out around to the top of the key. Finds Addison Falzone to Hagan. Now into the McCombs with 8 on the shot clock. Oh, a little turnaround lay and count it.
Wow, fantastic work by McCombs. It hasn't been her night scoring, but fantastic layup.
Waterloo trying to break the pressure of Bloomfield here. Addison Bree with it now and above the timeline, so they do just that. With 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bree top the key, works right side now. Now will dribble back out to the corner. Oh, finds a cutting. Williams right side. Lay in, no good. Rebound by Didus. Ball poked. Nope, she's able to retain it though. And Bloomfield coming now towards us with Addison Falzone. 3:20 to go. 52-26. Waterloo in front of Bloomfield. Falzone finds Didus at the free throw line. Hagan, long distance two from the wing. No good. Ball tipped around. Sid Falzone gets it. Finds Addison Falzone now to McCombs. She'll take the three. No good long. Rebound by Hawkins. Leaves it for Moody, and Waterloo ball with 3 to go.
Nice rebound by Hawkins there, able to fly in.
Addison Bree with it. Top the key for Moody. Now to Kinsley Bree. Into the corner. Hawkins back top the key. Moody, three-pointer. You bet.
Oh, fantastic pass by Hawkins. Able to find Moody, who nails home, I believe, her second three of the game.
It is. 55-26 now, the Waterloo advantage over Bloomfield with 2:37 to go here in the contest. And Bloomfield with a careless turnover there as Sydney Falzone tried to go to Addison Falzone. The pass is way too far away to handle. Marley Poole checks back in. She's going to Elena Hagan.
Waterloo has really opened up this lead, right? A lead by 29 here with 2:33 left in this fourth quarter. I thought Bloomfield was going to really make a run, but Waterloo thwarted that.
Kinsley Bree with it above the timeline. Finds Moody cutting through the lane to Hawkins on the block. Left-hand lane, no good. Rebound McCombs. She got hit on the way down by Hawkins. So Hawkins picks up her third personal. Team second on the quarter with 2:21 to go. Sure you stick with us for our Lil John and Barbie Smiles with Style postgame show. We'll be joined by our Chicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant player of the game for brief interview as Sydney Falzone has it. Dumps into Cal McCombs in the paint. Dribbles out of some pressure. Back out to Addison Falzone. Three-pointer right corner. No good long. Rebound tipped around. Poole comes away with it. And another opportunity here for Bloomfield. Addison Falzone will take the three-pointer from the wing. Oh, rims out. Second chance. Count it for McCombs, though. So 55-28 now. The Waterloo lead. Under 2 to go. 150 in the fourth frame. Addison Bree with the top of the key, finds Kinsley Bree. Now back to Addison at the top of the key. Swings it for Williams at the left wing. Ball poked from behind, intended target of Moody. Ball on the ground, bodies on the ground. McCombs and Williams tied up for it. Jump ball will be Waterloo ball. And some substitutions here for Waterloo as Addison Bree will check out. Kaya Moody will check out. It's Delaney Batten and Gwen Panic back in. 1:40 to go. It's 16 on the shot clock for Waterloo since they retain the jump ball possession. Kendall Williams with it, top the key, Panic, 10 on the clock now for Panic. Panic swings it for Williams, three-pointer from the wing, dialed up, no good short. Rebound by Williams, so fresh 30-second chance here for Waterloo.
Fantastic work by Tangela Williams to track down her own rebound.
Three-pointer, Delaney Batten, no good long, and rebound brought in by Sydney Falzone with 1:17 to go. Swings over for Addison, back to Sydney now. Sydney Falzone works top of the key, drills out some pressure, goes back to Addison. Now down to the block for McCombs. Good find, and one for Kayla McCombs.
Oh, Kayla McCombs going to the line for one more, too, as she lays that tough shot in as she's reached double figures with 11, looking for 12.
And that foul will go against John A. Hawkins, her 4th personal, team's 3rd on the quarter, and with 1:07 to go, McCombs to the stripe to try and get 3 the old-fashioned way. Releases and good. So 55-31, the Waterloo lead over Bloomfield here with 1:05 to go in the game. Williams running point for Waterloo, swings it for Panic at the top of the key. Drives through right side, now goes to Batten at the right wing, leaves it for Kinsley Bree, now back to Batten at the right corner, or right wing. Bree to the corner, now top the key, Panic 14 on the shot clock. Driving left side, Williams leaves it for Batten. Batten, skip pass over to Bree in the corner, intercepted by Didus. Didus coming the other way for Bloomfield. 1-on-1, goes a runner, no good. She's going to head to the line for 2. As I believe it will be Panic collecting the foul for Waterloo here.
Great athletic play there by the junior, looking for her first points of the game as she took that one and got fouled to go on the line.
Panic's first, team's 4th. And Didus to the stripe for the first time tonight. Her first on the way, no good short. Remain 55-31 for the moment. 39.3 on the game clock here. So essentially 9+ second differential shot the game clock here once we get back going. Her second, no good long. Rebound Hawkins and Waterloo. Leaves it for Kinsley Bree. She'll drive through right sideline above the timeline. Bree kicks it for Williams. Now to Panic at the left wing. Back top the key Williams. Williams looking for some help. Bloomfield essentially in a 2-3 zone. Goes to the wing, or corner rather, for Bree. Now wing for Williams. Swings it for Panic at the left wing. 10 on the shot clock for Waterloo. 19 on the game clock. Panic now to Bree. Top of the key for Batten. Batten drives through. Blocked away on the shot by McCombs. 10 on the clock for Bloomfield here. See if they can get another bucket here before game end. Oh, great find from McCombs to Poole. No good on the lay-in. Waterloo with the rebound. And that will do it for our game tonight. Waterloo 55, Bloomfield 31. Your final here in Bloomfield in this Finger Lakes East girls matchup. So we'll step aside here for just a moment on FingerLakes1.com, but don't go anywhere. We have our Little John and Barbie Smiles of Style postgame show and our Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant player of the game in just a few moments.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, take-out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Little John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome back inside FingerLakes1.com and the Little John and Barbie Smiles with Style post-game show. Paul Russo here. And I'm joined by our Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant players of the game, Addison Bree and Gwen Panic. Congratulations, girls, on a big win here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Addison, I want to start with you. You're the senior leader of this team at this point, which is kind of crazy to say because even in my time doing these games, it feels like just yesterday you were moving through the system as a freshman, sophomore, now here you are. So what's the season been like for you at this point? You're working through, you pick up your 8th win on the year, and I told you off air, Palmac beats Newark, so now all of a sudden this Finger Lakes East League race gets really interesting at this point.
Yeah.
So what's it kind of been like so far in your senior year?
Yeah, we started off where we didn't get to play 3 of our games, and that was definitely hard because it was just constantly practicing. But I think it brought us together, and we got to work on more things. And now that we had a chance at league anyways still, but it makes us feel better and have a better confidence going into it.
Now, Gwen, turn over to you. You're no stranger to this varsity team either, even though you're a junior at this point, which, again, crazy to say, but that's the beauty of your guys' system, I got to say. It's the fact that you guys keep the core and everything and moving together really good. So for you as a junior at this point, what's some of the things you're kind of learning at this point while kind of maybe picking up some leadership as well at this point in the season?
Yeah, I'm learning that, like, we're growing together and, like, we're all in this together. And, like, Addie, like, she's the only senior, so, like, I have to also step up and be a leader at some point, too.
So what was kind of the game plan going into this game tonight? You guys swept the season series last year against Bloomfield, and they did have a little bit of turnover, but they still have a lot of team that translate over to this year. What was kind of the game plan going into the game tonight?
To rebound.
No turnovers.
Yeah.
I'd say you guys did pretty well with that. So looking forward for you guys at this point. It's kind of crazy, but you got that Palmac game coming up next.
Yeah.
And then Bloomfield again, though, right after that. So what's maybe the game plan looking ahead, even though you maybe not know it just yet? Is it kind of maintain the same from this game to keep it going forward, or does anything really shift at this point?
I think
win.
Yeah.
Win.
I think we need to stay aggressive. I think our defense really helps us with winning a lot of games and also playing as a team. When the ball moves, we usually score a lot. So, yeah.
Yep, that was evidence tonight, points off turnovers. I don't have that exact stat, but I'm willing to bet that probably at least half of it probably felt that way. So business as usual for the Tigers. I'll let you guys go at that point here. It's we got cold weather conditions. Nobody really wants to hang out any more than they have to here. So Gwen, Addie, congratulations on the win and a great game. And I'm sure we'll be catching up again with you guys as the season continues to roll on here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. Good job. All good. All right, we got Nate Sharman back with me now here as we wrap up our post-game show, Nate, and let's go through a quick scoring rundown here. We'll begin with Waterloo. The victors 55-31 over Bloomfield. Gwen Panic leading the way with 20, Addie Bree with 17, Kaya Moody with 10, Delaney Batten with 6, and Tangel Williams with 2. On the Bloomfield side, leading the way, Cal McCombs with 14. It was 9 for Addison Falsone, 6 for Marley Poole, and 1 for Sadie Catchmark.
Yeah, and also, Paul, just a really great interview with you and Gwyn and Addison, just running through that. I really like the mindset and just win games and don't turn the ball over, right? It's a simple game, right?
At the end of the day. So for us here at FingerLakes1.com, we got the Upstate Hoops podcast coming your way Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Unsure of where our next game is as it stands right now, but we'll be sure to keep you guys tuned there. Make sure you check in for the high school basketball scoreboard. Tonight, Kyle Evans is on it already. He's
even giving us live score updates, right?
I really appreciate that from him. And that win for Palmac over Newark, like I said, really makes this East race really interesting at this point now going forward. As if it wasn't already. Let's not act like this gap was ginormous by any means. But all of a sudden, we got 3 teams that all kind of compact in together.
Right. Like I mentioned for Waterloo, they got to go play Palmac pretty soon. Right, had a tight game with them earlier in the season. Then they've been playing Bloomfield again. So a really important 3-game stretch here. First one for Waterloo, they get the win over Bloomfield tonight, but still a huge few games. Yeah,
Bloomfield kind of goes to road warrior mode here for their next few slate of games. On the 26th, they're at Avon, the 28th at Marcus Whitman, and on the 30th at Wayne. Before then, they go at Waterloo for that rematch, and then at Palmac before finally getting back home on February 6th against Newark. So it's tough sledding in any sport when you're on the road like that. But for the Bombers, they have to look to rebound quickly here in a lot of tough conditions, frankly.
Ready to be road warriors, like you said, Paul.
Oh, yeah. So, Nate, I think we all here on that mark. Any parting shots before we take off?
Do you think, though, you guys are going to find a head coaching for the Buffalo Bills? Do you think you guys are going to have a head coach to talk about by Monday's show? Probably not.
Well, no.
Or the next Monday, I don't think either.
No. So.
But, yeah, Monday's Bills Weekly. Kyle Evans, Jim Sincropri, and Paul Russo giving you all the latest Bills news.
Well, Bills Weekly is going to be on pause until they actually get the head coach. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Surprise.
All right.
You're good. All right.
A lot of big Bills news to talk about. I figured you guys would be going.
Well, we're kind of waiting at this point for the main factor to fall here. So. on that note, we'll step aside. So for your final score once again here, Waterloo 55, Bloomfield 31. For Nate Sharman, everybody back at fingerweeks1.com, I am Paul Russo. Stay safe this weekend, everybody, and we will talk again very soon.